It's 95% self-penned. That means I wrote most of the songs. And I also produced it along with Kevin Savigar, co-producer. It's the first time I've written songs, I think, in about 15 years. So, and it was a thoroughly enjoyable experience. How's it changed, the technology? Well, I'll give you an example. In the old days, I mean, I'm talking about 20 years ago, we'd spend probably, 2 days getting a drum sound and about $10,000 in the bar waiting for that drum sound to be finished. Nowadays, I record here in my gymnasium and over in the house, it's all Pro Tools. It's a lot easier and a lot less expensive. Songwriting process. Well, it's something I find very difficult to describe. Usually I start from the basis of a song title before anything. I just jot down funny titles like, like Young Turks and Baby Jane, all those songs. And wait till the right track comes along. It's a combination of having the right title and the right track, the feel of the song title and the feel of the track, and then putting the two together. So it's nothing really special, and it's something I find very difficult to describe. Did I have a music mentor? No, I had a music torturer who was my music teacher at school that used to make me get up and sing in front of the class. And at that time, I had no musical inclinations whatsoever, and I was terribly shy. And he almost bullied me. He loved doing it, a bastard. If he was alive, I'd kill him. But other than that, my family were very, very supportive. And one guy in particular that stands out a lot is Long John Baldry, who discovered me singing on a railway station in the late 60s. And he got me started. And he's passed on now, but he was one of a big influence on my early days. Oh man, that's moments in my career. There have been so many. I don't even know where to start. I mean, maybe one's first taste of success, which would obviously have been Maggie May. I remember when that got to #1 in Great Britain. I was driving around and I heard it on the radio, and I turned the car around. I went back to my mum and dad, and I just gave him a big hug because, especially my dad, he was so supportive in the early days of my career. Otherwise, there's been just too many great, great memories. I've had one hell of a ride, I tell you. Not really. What I was surprised at is the amount that I could remember, and also the fact that my family could remember because they're all a lot older than me, and also my friends. They all had great recall of the past. It did influence some of the songs on the album, that's for sure. Oh, fashion regrets. A couple. When people say, "Oh my God, what were you thinking of when you were wearing that?" I go, "Oh, well, what were you wearing 40 years ago?" But there's one turnout that was really strange, and you can see it on an album called Rod Stewart, Drink Up. It's a greatest hits. I have yellow satin trousers, a blue tank top, and a red fur boa tied around my waist, and little white shoes. That's the only regret I've got. Otherwise, I stand by all my collection of clothes, which I've still got, and I'm going to donate to the Grammys museum if they've got one. Otherwise, no real regrets.